I was always into gaming. As a young kid, I started coding games in basic language when I was 7. So it became a lifelong passion for me, which I picked up very early, I would say. I was in college in Mumbai. Doing my BCom didn't require a lot of effort. And I used to see my friends and myself spend a lot of time in the computer center playing games with each other. It just struck me that gaming has to become a business in India sometime, has to become a large business. I didn't realize I was starting 2 decades, maybe at least a decade too early. But yeah, that's how I really got started with Nazara, with a dream that gaming will become big in India someday. I was just 17, 18 when I started this company. So I was a wide-eyed, entrepreneur dreaming of how big this could be. I didn't think a lot when I really jumped into it. So only when I really started the business, spent a few years in it, is when I realized, the challenges of starting up a business. The business model of Nazara is a very diversified business model. We are diversified by product, by geography, by business model, and in a disruptive space like gaming, what it tends to be is provide us a lot of stability again. I like to call ourselves a stable ship in a stormy sea, and the opportunity of gaming is so large in markets that we operate, especially in India, over the next decade, that I think if we can just keep walking forward, right, without getting disrupted, without taking 3 steps backwards, I think we'll get to the place we really want to be. Nazara as a company has developed over the years into having a fairly conservative approach when it comes to risk taking and the way we approach our business, right? Euphoric times don't necessarily play out very well for us, and we sometimes get a sense of being a little left behind. But at the same time, when there's a downturn, market valuations have taken a beating. Globally, we see a lot of opportunities in that value zone where we want to invest and grow these businesses. And therefore, I see any downturn in market as usually a time when Nazara can shine and really take advantage of the situation and set in motion action that can help us grow over the following years. There are many opportunities in many areas where we are market leaders, and at this stage, ensuring that we continue to build that market leadership, continue to build moats around that space is very important for us. So we have to find the right balance where we do not try and optimize profitability on the short term while losing sight of the larger picture. Especially this is more relevant for us because now we become a listed company and we have our quarterly pressures of delivering numbers. The way we found our balance is we do not want to burn money and we do not want to lose money. One, of course, is the strategic fit to the businesses that we operate in. Does this business make sense for us? Second is this a business that can sustain for the long term? Can it be a profitable business? Can it be a cash cow for us, that we can build over a period of time? Is this business having any large concentration risk? Because we usually don't like that. How passionate is the founder? How committed is the founder? How is the team? What is the overall area that it's operating in? What is the TAM of that? I think these are some of the things we think, besides of course financials, in terms of how their financials are looking, how are they being valued, etc. We find that startups making very large burns and very large losses is not conducive to our own DNA. I'm saying sometimes the burn is for a good reason, sometimes the burn is not. But at least from a Nazara perspective, we can't handle very large burns. So you will largely find that we will stay away from companies that are, making very large losses. Our model is where we want to really work with the founder to grow the business and grow the revenues and grow the value together. If the founder just wants to sell the business to us and exit, we will probably not touch it. I think these are a couple of them. And third is, it might be a great business, but if the valuation expected is crazy, then we won't get into it. All the noise that has emanated from the government has been quite positive. Even actions. So last year in the budget they announced the AVGC committee, which the intent really is to promote gaming. And I think the government recognizes that India can be a large exporter of gaming, not just for the domestic market. So there are two things here, right? One is how can we ensure that we produce a lot of content domestically, so that it's not that you're just importing the best of the games and spending money outward, but also how can you generate these gaming exports, which I think is a large potential. I think government recognizes it. India always has had good talent in terms of programming, in terms of animation. Game design has been a little bit of a challenge, but it's picking up pretty well. So I think I'm also hopeful that with stronger support from the government, hopefully we see some good news in this budget as well. We will continue to thrive as an industry. I think Web3 is a paradox in terms of the real opportunity is immense. I think a lot of the hype has preceded actual implementation, which is why you saw last year a lot of hype around Web3 gaming, metaverse. All these became buzzwords that were there in every I would say startup presentation. But now a lot of that froth has gone away with the recent meltdown in the crypto space. That said, you will see real value, real opportunity emerge in the next few years to come. We're in the middle of this whole chat GPT revolution, especially it's taken off big time in the last 1 month in terms of I would say mass appeal. But generative AI is taking off across text, across video, across imaging, etc. Most gaming companies in India, and I'm talking in context of India, right, have generated revenues through advertising or through skill-based real money gaming. I think globally, if you see billions and billions of dollars are spent on in-app purchases, Indian gaming companies have not been able to crack that properly, a model that's very successful, simply because the game design mechanics haven't been great. I think a lot of Indian companies have struggled with game design to generate or incentivize users to actually pay within the game. I think as we kind of focus on that, as we kind of are able to hit the sweet spot there, you will see Indian gaming companies be able to generate a lot more revenues from their casual and freemium players. India is reaching a phase in the digital world where in the next few years a lot of the innovation globally is going to come out of India. Look at digital payments, right? I think India with its UPI etc. has innovated far beyond Western worlds already. I think we'll see the same thing happen in gaming, and I'm very excited to meet young entrepreneurs. It makes me remain relevant. Someone like me who's been in the industry for 20 years. I don't want to become a dinosaur in this industry. So I love to meet these young entrepreneurs, imbibe their energy, share my experiences. I think it's a fantastic time to be an entrepreneur in India, and especially in the gaming space. Well, I love sports games, sports simulation. So I'll pitch for my own game, World Cricket Championship, which I really like, and I also like Tennis Clash. I like all types of movies around the drama space. Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, the big bull of our stock markets, and had a lot of interactions with him, and it was really insightful. The positive energy that he exuded, the quick decisions he took, was very enlightening for me. Work, meditation, saxophonist.